Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Something a little bit different today. Now, a lot of you who watch my streams regularly may have heard me drop mention that I have a Windows 98 capable PC. So I decided to do a little video on said PC. This is it, set up in my brother's old room, which is, I suppose you might technically call this my study now or something. And it's been pretty much just gathering dust for the time being. I haven't really had much of a use of it. It was more of a curiosity at first. The tower itself and the mouse, the speakers, actually came from a charity shop that I live nearby. And it was going to go to scrap, and they just let me have it for a fiver. I mean, for a fiver for what is pretty much a fully working PC, that's not something you pass up, quite frankly. So imagine my delight when I discovered it had Windows 98 on it, which immediately brought back memories of going on the library computers at school all the time. Oh, those are the days, those are the days. The keyboard is actually the one I used to use on my main computer all the time, but I swapped it out with the black one that, funny enough, came with this and is actually better. And my PC is black, so it actually matches better, so a little bit of a swapsy there. The monitor is the most interesting part. This was actually my friend Dan's monitor. He used to use it. I remember going to his house and playing around on his PC with this same monitor, and he gave it to me when I first moved in here, and it too was gathering dust. But the monitor I originally got with this was the small Acer flat screen one, which is now my second monitor for when I'm streaming downstairs. So this was the replacement, and it's pretty much a perfect replacement. The screen is perfect on it. It's a bit scratched up, but it's still very functional. It's just, I don't know, it's something I love about getting old tech to fire up again. I don't like seeing things like this die, if that makes sense. It's just, it's a connection to the past as well, because a lot of us, a lot of you who maybe my age will remember the feeling of firing these things up at school or wherever. So without further ado, I'm gonna switch it on. So let's have a look see. First of all, power monitor. Oh yes, that's how monitors used to sound. You hear the life coming into it. Now sometimes this doesn't work when I press the button first. Let's see. Oh no, there we go. Here we go. The booting up begins. And it's got a Phoenix BIOS as well. How perfect. There's some information on what's in it. This isn't a modern PC. Oh, there it is. There it is. Windows 98. Oh, this throws a couple of errors looking for missing things. I don't know what it is. Probably leftovers from what this used to do, which I'll get into in a little while. Yeah. Damn, I miss these old school booting up screens. Oh yeah, ignore that. It's Microsoft Network is not available. I'll get to that. Oh look, someone's put a username in. I wonder who that could be. Wait for it. Oh, I hope you could hear that. Oh yes. That and the XP startup sounds are part of my early life, and it felt so good to hear that again. So damn good. It does take a little bit to boot up, but it's quicker than my main PC. No, because this isn't chock-a-block of things like that usually is. Sometimes it does that, it makes the wallpaper go off for some reason, I don't know. Oh no, it's back now. It's a bit weird sometimes the way it works. It is Windows 98, we all know it had its flaws and quirks and everything. So yeah, this was essentially my first Windows desktop. This is how I first remember looking at computers and all that jazz, so it's a nice little trip to see that again. I've not really customised it because I've been more bothered about setting this up for what I want to do with it, which has been a bit more of a pain than I expected, but I've got there. As you can see, there's a few things currently installed. We've got my computer, my documents, recycle bin. That's kind of pointless. There's a couple of Encyclopedia Britannicas left over, which I haven't looked at yet. It's Power DVD, Windows Media Player, Acrobat Reader, Real Player, who remembers Real Player? C Cleaner to clean up, Y Writer, and Open Office, that should be a massive hint. Everest Dictionary, which I finally found, and Mobisaurus Thesaurus, plus good old WinZip. So, what I want to do with this PC is turn it into a little writer's haven for myself, because I do try to write stories and that kind of thing, but when I try to do it on my downstairs PC, I find myself too easily distracted. I'll be looking at my phone or going online for some reason. It's just, I find it hard to focus. This thing is not connected to the internet. It does not have wireless technology. There's no network here that can go up here. I mean, there's probably a way, but I don't really care because it actually works. Because I haven't got the distraction of the internet. There's no games installed on here, even though this thing has native DOS, not the emulated stuff, actual DOS. So it'd be fun to try and get a couple of games going on here, but that's not the primary purpose of it. I have installed a couple of writing apps. I've decided I'm probably going to use different ones for different things. OpenOffice will be my major one. I've had to actually look up the last versions of software that would actually work with Windows 98. There's actually a good amount of resources online to find those if you're interested in still running Windows 98. But yes, that's what we're going to do with this. And if you look to your right, you'll see it has a floppy drive! Gosh, who remembers the floppy drives, how primitive they are now, and yet having an actual working one just kind of feels good. Technical wise, this thing has an Intel Celeron 700MHz processor, which is pretty damn ancient, and it's designed for what this thing is, which was an old office computer. I had a look at files that were on here. I did delete them. I didn't really look through them too much, but from what I could gather, it was a company called Manifold that used to have this PC. I wasn't entirely sure what they did. They seemed to have something to do with their local council. I'm not entirely sure, but I deleted all their redundant files and all that jazz. Something you should do if you're going to get rid of your PC anyway, just for future reference, if whoever was at Manifold randomly happens to see this. But luckily, I am a person you can trust. I delete them all, no worries. So yeah. And if you do get a computer that's still got somebody's old files on, be respectful about it. Just ditch them. Don't use them for any nefarious purposes, because that would suck. Yeah. Just be cool. Be excellent to one another. Let's have a look at what else we can look at. Also, you may notice I've got a USB stick in here. Windows 98 had very rudimentary USB support, but luckily there's some custom drivers that got made and it enabled it, which is good, because otherwise I'd have to use CDs to transfer things on, because obviously I don't have internet on this thing. But yes, let's have a look. Good eye, the My Computer logo. Oh, it's so nice. That isn't on Windows 10 by default, and it makes me angry. We got a 3.5 floppy, that's what she said. Not really. C drive, which is 19 gigabytes. That would have been on quite a lot at the time though, to be fair, but now that wouldn't be good enough. Imagine me trying to get my Steam collection here. It's got a DVD-ROM drive, which is quite impressive, so I can actually attempt to watch DVDs on here. That is my USB stick. Printers, this did have a printer with it, but I've got one downstairs. So I gave the printer to my family, but they don't use it, which is... Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that set up with it at some point. It's like me and my brother are the only computer literate people in my family. It's you know, good old control panel. You go in here and you get all the lovely. I like this control panel better. I don't know. It's just good. It just works. Dial-up networking. Yes, who remembers the dial-up? Yeah, I wonder if this thing would even work with a modern router, to be honest. I mean, I suppose you could plug it in with a LAN cable, but I don't know. You can got task scheduler, not going to really need that. Web folders, I don't know what these do. But yeah, that's for internet. But this layout always reminds me of what using computers at school, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth on using it. So it's kind of a nice trip back to the past for me. Yes. This is going to be my main writing software. Although this is my old chair right here. It's I need a better chair for this. Really, this just needs slinging out because it's kind of uncomfortable to sit on this for any length of time. I mean, it's not. It's obviously an old machine. It's not always that quick to respond, but you have to bear in mind it's from that time. It's not a supercomputer like you get now. Also, this thing boots up and shuts down way faster than my desktop. I will say that still, so yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Let's do a bit of typing. I know what to do. And the keyboard is fully functioning. Yes, as you can see, indeedy. Yes, so there you go. That's how I'm going to be doing this, more or less. So you can picture me sitting here, door closed, no distractions, just me and the empty canvas of a page. That's what it needs to be. But to help me in this endeavour are these two. I'll try to open them both. Come on, computer, you can do it. I believe in you. I have this thing here, Everest Dictionary, which is the only damn dictionary app I can find that will work on Windows 98. Or the rest will not install because they don't support Windows 98. My favourite one's called The Sage, but there's no version of it that works, and it's stupid. It really is stupid. If you just load, where is it? It comes with a theory you can use. What's the standard one then? English standard, yes, Lord. Let's open up. There's a thesaurus coming up. I couldn't find a program that had a dictionary and a thesaurus, so I just had to get the two. So I've got my thesaurus here. Where's Everest gone? For some reason that's not showing up as a... Oh, that's why. Okay. Yes. Okay, yeah. We load that one. Takes a little bit of time. Not too long. And so this way I can use this to look up a word I'm not sure about it, or this to use as thesaurus. And I could have them both. It's a bit annoying that doesn't, unless it's that. Oh, whoa, yikes. That's a bit big. For some reason this doesn't show up as a window. I'm not sure why that is. Oh well. But there, I've got that, and then the OpenOffice or YWriter, which is another program to bring up, and then I should be pretty much sorted for all my writing needs. You see, that's how it's going to work. As I did say, I would be interested in trying to launch a couple of old school games on here, but I can't stream them because this is an ancient machine, and it would, one, it's not connected to the internet. Two, it would die if I tried to even install OBS on it, I imagine. So the only way I could record it is through this, which is, I mean, if you guys wanted me to try that, I would be open to doing that, but that's things for another time. Oh yes, the good old start menu. Should never have gotten rid of it. I only have it on Windows 10 thanks to a hack called Classic Shell. Oh wow. Wow. Look at that, that was a lot of some past searching. Never mind. I should probably delete all that. I thought I did, actually. Now, who remembers Wanna-Do? I'm not going to reinstall it with dead now. There's a hazard perception thing, a driving test. Unfortunately, I don't have the CD for this, so I don't think I can really have a look at these, but that would have been quite cool to look through. Who remembers Outlook Express, eh? Internet Explorer. You use it to install something else, and that's your job. That's your job done. I'm going to open MS-DOS prompt. This is the DOS prompt. Proper DOS right here. Bad cover hash. Screw you. Directory. I know that one. Yes. Good old DOS. Don't know why they ever discontinued it. What I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to restart in DOS mode, just to show that off to you. I'm not familiar with how to sort of force it to start up or anything like that, but it's fine. And look, there we go. We have DOS mode now. I'm not sure how to get out of it, but it's fine. Put directory again, you can see all the directory of the entire computer. And I think that's about it, yeah. There you go. DOS is awesome. Bad command or file name. You don't need to be modest, DOS. Windows 98 was a good one. And now I can enjoy it all over again. And that's going to be my little writing area, away from the world, disconnected from everything. That is the plan. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little look at my Windows 98 PC. And if you've got any suggestions on how to optimize the use of it, please let me know. And the best thing would be any of the writing programs I could use. Feel free to suggest them. Windows 98, remember, Windows 98. If you do want to see me try out an old school DOS game on here, I would be willing to do that. So let me know if that's something that would interest you. It could only be a video though, I can't stream it in any way, unfortunately. But yes, it's just something so nice about seeing this in action again. It's good to advance when it comes to technology. I mean, Windows 10 and computers now are pretty damn amazing, but you should never forget where you came from. And I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for both Windows 98 and XP. They were both the bee's knees, quite frankly. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed that, you know which button to fire up. Cheers very much for watching.